guys, we're back talking some more Obi-Wan Kenobi on the channel with the 6th episode. We finally reached the finale. Despite some up and downs this season, I actually have had an overall fun time watching the show. So I was excited to get into the finale just to see where everything would end up. Especially after last week's episode was pretty awesome, filled with a lot of great callbacks and some fun new elements. The stakes themselves aren't super high going into the finale because we do know the majority of where these stories end up. But regardless, I was still hoping for a good cap off to the season with this episode. Even if the stakes are quite low, I do think this is a great finale. It's everything that you want in a Star Wars show or a movie. While I wish that every single episode of Obi-Wan was this caliber, I think this was a strong episode to leave off on. It's certainly a great payoff for the story that we've been building between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader, because we knew that we were going to have another confrontation down the line, but I think this lived up to the hype, this rematch that we got, because we had the one back a couple episodes back that wasn't very good. This one in this episode is so much better. Even before we get to their inevitable confrontation, it was pretty tense with Vader breathing down everyone's neck, attacking their ship. Very admirable of Obi-Wan to leave the ship so everyone on board can stay alive, since Vader's only priority really is Obi-Wan. Despite the Grand Inquisitor trying to kind of sway his opinion to go after the ship and not Obi-Wan, but Vader has this vendetta against Obi-Wan, which does cloud his judgment a lot of the time, that hatred for him, and he's gonna go fight him down there all by himself. He's not gonna get any backup, so the Grand Inquisitor is pretty much gone for the rest of the episode. I'm not gonna lie, the goodbye between Obi-Wan and Princess Leia in the ship, it was pretty emotional just seeing that inevitable conclusion to their meetings in the series. Overall, I think it's one of the stronger things that we've seen develop throughout the weeks. Did I need to know that the blaster holster that Leia has throughout all the original trilogy is from Tala? Not really, but otherwise I thought it was a pretty great moment. What a battle though between Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. This was a much better rematch than the one we got a couple episodes back. Now that Obi-Wan has his mojo back and he's doing the all-around great entertaining battle that has a lot of ups and downs in it. There are many moments where it seems like Darth Vader has the upper hand, even has the high ground at one point when he decides to start crushing Obi-Wan with the rocks. That was awesome, just seeing that power from Vader in this episode. But Obi-Wan was going to be fine. Even Vader's going to be fine because they have to survive this battle and have a rematch in A New Hope. But even still, Obi-Wan regaining his full confidence and you seeing him hold all of the rocks in the air, and then he starts chucking all of the rocks at Darth Vader. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of funny as it continued to go on and on as he threw more rocks at him. But the big emotional beat of this fight was when Obi-Wan slashes Darth Vader's mask and we get to see Anakin once again. Kind of reminded me of that moment in Rebels when Ahsoka did it to him. This entire portion of the conversation is extremely emotional, but it's also a great way to showcase that Anakin Skywalker is fully gone and it's Darth Vader. Obi-Wan is apologizing and trying to get through to him, and he says that Anakin is gone and this is what remains. And you really feel for the situation. I think it's a great cap to their relationship because Anakin has been destroyed. He destroyed Anakin. He's now Darth Vader. And even as we end the conversation and Obi-Wan calls him Darth as he leaves, now fully accepting that his friend that he once knew, that he thought of as a brother, is truly dead, I mean, that just gets me in the heartstrings. As all this is going on, you do have Reva going back to Tatooine and trying to look for Luke Skywalker, trying to find Owen and Beru. This part of the episode, this entire section, not exactly my favorite. I mean, once again, we do know that Luke is going to make it out okay because we have a whole trilogy of films where we've seen them grow up and all that stuff. It was an interesting choice to have Reva go lurk around their home looking for Luke Skywalker, and Aunt Beru and Uncle Owen actually spring traps on her and they start trying to fight her, dropping stuff on her, shooting blasters at her. I mean, they pretty much win. I never knew that Owen and Beru had this in them to take on Reva, and Reva loses to some farmers. I mean, I guess. Much like what we kind of expected after the last episode, Reva has the opportunity to kill Luke Skywalker and just doesn't. She just can't do it. And she's been pretty much redeemed at this point, choosing to not be an Inquisitor anymore. And it's going to be interesting to see where we go next with her story after that pep talk she gets from Obi-Wan. I do think overall Reva has been an interesting character to follow along, because I do think she has a good backstory here, being a former youngling, now an Inquisitor. Now she's redeemed, so I am curious to see where we go with her in the future. I don't know where we're going to see her next, whether it be in like her own series or some of the other Star Wars media along the way, but I do think she has a lot of potential to grow, and I don't know where she's going to be in the universe for how long, because we don't see her in anything else so far, but I am intrigued to just see where the character goes from here. The epilogue here was pretty great. As a longtime Star Wars fan, Vader's back in his castle feeling defeated after losing to Obi-Wan, Obi-Wan. And we get an appearance from Emperor Palpatine, who talks about the fact that Vader's hatred of Obi-Wan kind of clouds his judgment a lot of the time. And, you know, he says that he's kind of ignoring the Obi-Wan problem after this, but you know that it's still going to be on his mind because we've seen A New Hope. After all these episodes, we finally have Princess Leia return to Alderaan, but the more emotional part of this segment was when Obi-Wan shows up and talks to Leia about her parents. Of course, you can't tell her actual parentage, but the fact that Obi-Wan knew her parents and kind of describes the qualities that she has from both Padme and Anakin. It was also cool to see Obi-Wan finally meet Luke for real. Of course, you gotta have the hello there thrown in. I was kind of worried that we were going to have the entire show with him not saying that catchphrase, but it was still pretty great. And we have one more cameo that we've kind of been alluding to for the entire series when Obi-Wan gets to see Qui-Gon Jinn. Liam Neeson finally returns to the franchise. Pretty great seeing him in person. He pretty much looks the exact same. Either way, pretty good way to end off the series. It feels like this is the end. Like, this doesn't feel like a season 1 and we're gonna get another season. We'll probably follow maybe Reva, maybe a Darth Vader show, something like that, but I feel like this is the end, but who knows, really. Either way, make sure you share your thoughts down below. What'd you think of the finale for Obi-Wan Kenobi? Did you like the finale, not like the finale? Share all your thoughts down below, because I'm really curious what you guys have to say about the finale. As far as have the conversation with you guys in the comment section down below. Hey guys, always check out the reviews. I really appreciate that. Make sure you like on the video. Also, subscribe to the channel so you're always updated my reviews, reactions, unboxings, and more. Till next time, see you guys later.